All right. Hello and welcome. I'm the average goob, and today we're working on Vibe Clicker. Hey, Twisted Mood. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Um, yeah, yeah. So it's been quite a week, and I felt like I should share some progress and how things are going so far. Because I think Monday I had a deadline for the game. If I remember correctly here, I wanted to have a concept prototype by the 19th. And at this point, we're almost at playable alpha. So I feel like this is pretty good. Today, I'll show off what we have so far, but I also want to work on abilities. So I've got the upgrade lists here and just kind of working through these. So I'm bringing back even a small funny from the old one. But yeah, the in beta Forever Ink was from Rise of the Intern. Also, what the heck? Why is this 10 so far over? Google Docs, you weird. Anyways, so we've got our upgrades, and I'm gonna have to balance these. Obviously, this is just kind of what we're working with, and it's not totally reflected in there yet. So I want to get these into the game. But also I migrated all of my devlogs from Key the Board Warrior and stuff from last year. So they're no longer on a subdomain. They're part of the Average Game Studio blog, and you can find all those devlogs there from that game jam in last June. Wow, it was a while ago. I thought it was last July must have been Alchemist. But yeah, so that was my 2-week journey of learning how to do art for games because I kind of wanted to start doing my own stuff. And then I started a new devlog for Vibe Clicker. So you can like do this little drop down here between the projects and you can see the projects here. I might organize them by like date or something here because it's alphabetical, whatever. But the latest ones will always be here. So I'll have a post there where you can check out some of my thoughts, things that I've worked on, and then this is where I'll leave a VOD for this little dev blog. But yeah, little updates there. And let's go. Okay, so I can show you what I've been working on. We've got quite a bit here. I don't have any music or anything, but I do have quite a few sound effects that I've added into the game. So let's see if everything's working. Cool. Oh, hold on. I have infinite monies. Give me a second. Definitely don't want infinite monies right away. All right, let's zero everything out. Okay. All right, yeah. So I'm probably gonna have like a little story thing to drive like the game because everything is kind of fitting within a story. And the goal is to successfully run an AI business right out of college, basically. So I have it set up with the upgrade shop. We've got hover details now, so you can see, what each upgrade does. And I do have some hidden upgrades even, so they're not all here. So I've worked out that logic and everything. We got it so you can change your name, and once you do that, you can get a little achievement that gives you some reputation for actually filling out your name. We've got like playtime, we've got the career level, we've got your click value, your passive income, and even achievement points that'll be used later. Um, and I've kind of split this up, so I'm trying to balance like AI versus manual work. And so every time you click, we get the clicks. And to start off with, we'll have like resumes that you send out and stuff. So this can be used for like achievements. As you can see, we've got, achievement here, submit 500 resumes before using the job website. So you can sit there and click this 500 times before, anything happens and you can get a nice little RP boost here. And you can see we've got money, we've got reputation points, we've got the processing power and vibe points. And then Here you can see when you unlock an achievement, it pops up here with that display so you can see what you got. Achievement points to the right and the RP or reputation, reputation points right here. And you can see we even have some hidden ones. So first day on the job and it's like, oh, what does this do? But it gives 10 RP. You know, there was auto click, you get 300 RP for that. So it's like, oh, I can, do something here. Um, so I thought that was pretty fun to have, just kind of like hidden achievements. Hey, welcome in, Okapi fan. Start spamming the drinky. Exactly. So yeah, you can click your way through here. We also have settings, so we can adjust all the volumes. And then once we unlock AI, so you can see here, the first public release of AI unlocks the ability to auto-click from the settings menu, upgrades lower click intervals. So the more you upgrade the AI, the less time between clicks, which is cool. So you'll be able to turn on auto-click and then set your interval here once that's unlocked. Yeah, we don't have enough money to get the handwritten cover letters. So we gotta make money. Perfect. And you can see here, a personal touch makes a difference when submitting resumes. +1 rep per click, or +1 rep click. I gotta figure out a name for that because right now it's every 5 clicks right now you can get reputation. So that kind of reflects the manual work that I'm trying to implement. Eats the AI. And that's the whole thing is you don't have to use the AI for this necessarily. I mean, obviously, you'll need like the tech upgrades and stuff. Like you'll have computer upgrades. You can hire your friends. You'll be able to outsource some of the work. So we'll work on the actual upgrades for it. Also, I figured out how to drag the panel. So I've got panel dragging on all these, which is pretty sweet. Or you can scroll. Smiles in mobile. No, I don't know if it's gonna be mobile friendly, but it might. Um, Yeah, and then so you can see we don't have any like passive income or anything like that. So, I'm gonna buy some word processor updates so we can get some more, money per click. No, I do want the AI. Oh, duck is getting so boring. As top of the food chain, I want to eat AI. Yeah, so that's what's cool about this. So like we can see here, I could probably go for those 500 clicks and get those resumes before I get the job board. Or I have a cheat that I can use, but even my cheat, it does the auto clicks. So that's kind of the balance here. But it would submit the resumes technically. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. All right, let's get these last resumes sent out. So this is how I'm gonna balance between knowing if you're clicking or not. And I mean, obviously someone can use like an auto clicker. I'm not gonna like limit people or figure out a way to do that. But we got that achievement. So now we've got extra reputation. So now we can get the passive income. I'm just gonna go ahead and upgrade this. Oh, oh no, we need $1,000. It's good reputation. So this will balance out getting AI because when you purchase AI, you lose reputation. Hey, forgetful programmer, what up? Yellow. It's my dad's favorite color. Every time he'd answer the phone, yellow. Get that last upgrade for the resume host, yeah? All right, check this out. Boom, fully upgraded. I might change the description. I guess it's per level, that's fine. Maybe I can put in here how much you're getting for this. But you can see here, we've got a passive income of $20 per second. It doesn't really line up with the playtime. These are two separate timers because this might change. You might get more money per, anyways. So we got that. We can get the computer upgrades, which costs rep. And now we can hire Kevin. So with our computer upgraded, Kevin requires that we had a couple things. We need the resume host and the computer upgrade. So now we can hire Kevin, and this is from Finn is Fine. See, he only costs 60 bucks. Let's just, yeah, Kevin's good. Look at that. 5 clicks, 2 passive income, and we get reputation. Oh. All right, so to unlock AI, we need to get the computer upgrade, which we have, and then we need to get 2 processing power. So we can see that the processing power enables us to do complex applications and stuff. And right now, the computer upgrade is the only thing that gives us that. So we have to use rep. And now we can get AI. Damn, you know a lot of Kevins. No, this is just increasing Kevin's salary. It's just one Kevin. You're upgrading him. You're like, hey Kevin, I'll pay you more money if you bring in more income. And he's like, yeah, sure, of course. Why not? So we need $1,000 for AI. Let's go ahead and click our way up to the $1,000. Easy peasy. So the AI is it's the ability to unlock auto clicks, right? You dislike that version? I'm just hiring a bunch of different Kevins. All right, we got AI, and we have an achievement. You discovered AI for the first time. You've unlocked the power of automation. Probably need to make that stay a little bit longer. But here we go. It says you've unlocked the power of automation, but at what cost? Check settings for auto click. We lost 50 rep just for jumping into AI. So now we can do auto clicks. Oh, and then we can lower the interval. So this is where we'll probably balance out, your AI usage versus your clicks. And so you'll see here, the auto clicks are going up, but the clicks aren't. So there's manual trade-off, and you can still do both. You can do both at the same time. And as you click, you get reputation, right? Well, now if we upgrade the AI, oh, look at that. Oh, only one more level. We're just gonna cheat. Don't look away for a second. All right, we got enough money. So now we can purchase the final upgrade for AI. Boom, fully upgraded. We unlocked a new thing called In Beta Forever Inc. And you finally get a job offer and you can start working for In Beta Inc. This is from Rise of the Intern. And this gives us 100 passive income and costs 100 rep. So obviously, I think at this point, I'll probably balance it so we don't get as much rep like that quickly. Again, this is not balanced at all. So first day on the job, all those resumes finally paid off. You landed the job. So you can still, upgrade your resumes, your cover letters, whatever. It gives you more reputation per click. So you can see we've got 6. I don't know if you noticed. No, did it? The cup did not update. The sound did. Is that a different cup? That's not a different cup. We're supposed to change the cup. Anyways, I might have broken that while I was messing with upgrades. Damn, Kevin went quick. Did he rob a bank? No. No, this is just how much he's requiring now. Look at this. We can afford him now. Oh, can't afford him anymore. We can get some more computer upgrades. This gives us more clicks. So anyways, yeah, it's this whole thing. I basically got like a working game here with everything we could ask for. You don't want to hear any of the clicks? Done. Off. Turn off the auto click. So here's the cool thing. This is what it is. If you turn off the auto click and you have your passive income, you still get your passive income, but you're not getting your $137 per click. So there's a little bit of trade-off for manual work. But there's also an achievement in here, 1,000, auto clicks or whatever. And then this needs to change, so it's no longer resume sent. We're in a different, phase, career level here. So yeah, anyways, a lot's been done this week. This is all I've been doing in my free time. Maybe for a debug option yourself, you could add a variable called rep modifier and money modifier. I can go in and adjust those dynamically. I'm not worried about it. But I think a modifier would actually be pretty sick for some of the upgrades. So that actually might be an option to add. With a game like this, I don't even think I need a debug menu. I can give myself infinite of each of these stats that I need. Yeah. Seems like there needs to be a delay there. Dang, I wanted to upgrade Kevin all the way. Sound effects are loud. Also, I have the pitch raising when you upgrade in sync like that. Sometimes forget what normal scaling is. My 4-year project has entire God settings build. That's so funny. Yeah. I mean, I can see that. Like, this game could utilize that pretty quickly. Like, I can probably just make one button. I mean, obviously, I made a cheating button for auto clicking. So I could do whatever. I could do whatever I want. It's my game. Yeah, lots of progress. I would like to get these remaining things in here. So we're probably gonna go ahead and add those. And don't judge how I have them in the upgrades, okay? This isn't about me. Also I want to figure out why we're definitely gonna give myself that money and stuff again. Why didn't it upgrade? First job and career level 1. Oh. Because we updated the career level, I think, in this event. Yeah. Okay, we want to move that over here. Oh, you worked on a Twitch integration? Probably have scaled back 3 years ago. Dang, what's your Twitch integration like? Being able to like change the way the game works and stuff? Oh, yeah, there we go. The cup updated. Okay, yeah, that worked. That worked. Okay, I was like, wait a second, what happened? It just happened so fast. Okay, career level 2. Hey, Jackson Gaming, welcome in. New to Godot. Me too. Me too. Welcome to the Godot fam. Hopefully it treats you well. I say I'm new. It's almost actually it's almost been a year since I've started using Godot. So, I think I did start learning about a year ago, but haven't been too consistent. This is technically my 3rd game in Godot, but I'm doing GD script, so I'm learning from scratch. Being able to kill wait, what? Kill the streamer's creatures? To bully the streamer? That's not cool. That's not fair. That's pretty cool though. Yeah, I thought about doing some Twitch integration. I thought about doing Twitcher overlays. But if I get into doing like overlay stuff, you know that's all I'm gonna end up doing. So yeah. All right. We got cover letters. Let's add in the coffee machine. And again, I've got a little notepad that I'm going off here. Started more over a year ago, but quit like 10 months ago and forgot everything. Oh my gosh. Yeah, same thing happened to me, except I left Godot for like 2 months to take a break. Took a break from game dev in general. I was just kind of feeling burned out. And I forgot like so much. It was so weird how much you forget so quickly after spending so much time. But then it came right back. It was almost kind of like riding a bike. Which was nice. All right. Let's make this $75. Upgrade costs. So this modifier, that's going to be the big thing here. Also, I wish I could just type in these keys. I don't like having to pick every single time and then having to click the plus. It's a weird interface here. This is to make a dynamic dictionary. Oh, you're making a horror game right now? Interesting. It's all coming back. Good. Are you doing 3D or 2D? Wait, for people forget how to ride a bike? No, 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 no. It's like riding a bike. Like if you stop riding a bike for a while and you come back and ride a bike, you're gonna be able to ride a bike pretty quickly. And I have experience with that. I rode bikes a ton as a kid. I rode a little bit in my late teen years and then stopped riding for like 8 years and then started riding again last year. Did we start riding last year? Like 2 years ago? And the first couple of rides was kinda rough. Obviously, I didn't forget how to ride a bike, but it felt different again, and now I'm back to riding just fine. But yeah, it's so weird. As a Dutchie, that sounds foreign. Well, yeah, I mean, we have cars. I drive all the time. No, I've never Googled all bike roads in Europe. I'm assuming it's pretty intense. I wish they had ways to ride bikes everywhere here. Uh, why did it take me to Pro Bass Shop? What? I click on maps. I did all bike roads in Europe, and then I clicked on maps, and it took me to a bass shop. And Google Images? Yeah, but still, it took me to a pro bass shop. That Bass Pro Shops. Why? Holy cow, yeah. It's filled with bike paths. Yeah, that's intense. Yeah, we don't have anything. I mean, we have, like, a trail. We don't have trails or, like, roads for bikes necessarily. Okay, you're using 3D for the first. Nice. Mainly when you started was 2D? Yeah, I wanna get into 3D eventually, and that's why I chose Godot, is because I like it for its 2D stuff, and then I eventually wanna get into 3D and be able to use the same exact kinda stuff, just change from 2D to 3D. Add one more dimension. No, I found a copy fan. I just hit maps because I was, I figured it would show me, like, bike trails or something, but nope. Alright, what do we got? Max level here, 3, visible and unlocked, yes. Required upgrades, no. And then once it's fully upgraded, we don't have anything. Cool. Guess that's the right time to come in. Welcome in, Arenbe. I'm from Germany and bike roads are a thing in cities here sometimes even more than normal car roads. Yeah, when I was in Thailand, there was like it wasn't bikes, but it was a lot of like motorcycles and like mopeds. And it was so weird because like it was rare to see a truck or a car on the roads. And if it was like workers. It was like, line workers and stuff. So it was a culture shock, definitely not seeing as many cars. Also, when I open Godot, I feel like I know everything. When I open Unity, I want to cry. Crying in Unity. Yeah, honestly, that was one thing. Like, I've learned Unreal Engine and stuff, and I feel like every time I pop open a 3D game engine, it's just so slow all the time. How bad is it next to the Dutch border? That's so cool. Grew up half my childhood in the Netherlands and Belgium. So you're used to bikes a lot. Yeah, I just started getting back into biking. I do like 9 to 12-mile rides right now. Let me tell you, the older you get, the harder it is on your butt. I don't care who you are. You get a comfortable seat if you're biking. Hides behind the Unity engine. Oh, copy. It's fine. It's fine. If you're used to Unity, it's fine. But yeah, I just can't wait for things all the time, and I just feel like it takes so long to load stuff. And I'm like really speaking from Unreal. Yo, thanks for the follow, Jackson Gaming. Appreciate that. Oh, Aaronva, thank you for the follow. Am I saying your name correctly? Appreciate it. And also, in case you're wondering, I am pulling. This is where I'm getting this information. I'm not just thinking about it on the spot. We'll do that in a minute. In a minute for the career level 2 upgrades. We'll do that together. More Kevins. I mean, we got a Kevin. Finn is fine wanted a Kevin, so we got a Kevin. Since my last bike, which was a BMX, it was stolen. You never got a new one? No. Yeah, I ride I've got a like a hybrid bike. Hey, Curdy JR. If I said your name right, welcome in. Can you run the project? Yeah. Yeah, I can run it if you want to see it real quick. We got ads starting here in a minute, so sure. Yeah. I've got it's a clicker game I'm working on called Vibe Clicker. And I'll be showing it off quite a bit. I'm just getting these upgrades and then we'll do a test run through it. But your classic clicker game with a story. The story is being told through your achievements and the abilities and upgrades that you get. You can hire your friend Kevin. Your best friend Kevin actually helps you submit resumes. And then we got automation built into it with auto clicking. Once you unlock the AI, you have vibe points and processing, all this fun stuff. So yeah. But yeah, we got ads coming up. I'm just gonna be working through some of this some of the upgrades, and then we'll do a little test run too. You can call me Aaron or Aaron. My name is a joke. Aaron B. Oh, Aaron. Gotcha. But because it's capitalized that way, it looks normal. All right, I'll try to remember Aaron. Thank you. Appreciate that. Um, what is this? Okay, we want to give upgrade powers. I got to make it through this. Upgrade effects. Click value. Let's give +2. Then let's do string and int. Power +1. Max level 20, not 325. All right, required career level 1. All right, we need to require an upgrade. We need to have at least the resume host website. So I'm gonna move this down here. It goes job search. Oh, what do we got? Cover letters, coffee machine, notepad, resume website, job search. Okay. And then no passives. Oh, I did the wrong one. Only 5. Okay. And the job search one is the notepad, not the job search app. Okay. Just make sure I did that correctly. Nope. Oh, I guess if the notepad's already open, or you need the resume host. It was correct. Okay. Resume website requires the notepad. Oh. Did I have this turned on? My bad. I make sure. Weird question, but do you know PC specs? It's a general question. I wouldn't say weird. I guess it depends on the question. Like I know what a computer PC spec is. I don't know what the top of the line is right now. I've kind of been coasting on the same computer for a couple years. Yeah, I think I've got like a i13 or was it i10 13 10 1300? I really don't know mine, I guess. Like I said, it's been a while. I've had it for a couple years. I believe it's an i9 though. It's an i9 running a RTX 4070. It runs the games I need it to right now, so I don't really I don't really worry too much about it. It's pretty beefy for making 2D games, I'll be real. But I do play video games, so I played like some of the recent stuff, Assassin's Creeds, Elden Ring. I play a lot of World of Warcraft. i9's the best Intel CPU. Yeah, yeah. I got it was probably 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. It was like the best, and I was like, this will last me for like 4 years, hopefully. It's a PC. It never works perfectly. No, that's Windows. That doesn't always work perfectly. But no PC is gonna work perfectly anyways. So you got me there. All right. Computer upgrade. We really just need this. Okay, cool. All right. We need the interview coach. Just gonna duplicate this and just try to remember to change everything. Yeah, 4070 is super powerful right now. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's overkill for most of the stuff that I do. My PC's 10 years over 10 years. Oh my gosh. Still ticking, just can't run modern games anymore. Yeah, but the thing is with a PC is you can upgrade those things, right? So with some part upgrades, you can have a pretty good PC, but then eventually like the motherboard can't support some of that stuff. I think I have like 64 I have 64 gigs of RAM in my computer. Again, overkill, but that goes between computers and stuff, so for the most part. This is gonna cost 500 money. Oh, I need to make sure these are costing money. Okay. Dang, I only have 16 gigs. Yeah, no, that's I used to, but then I started doing more gaming. Um, and yeah, sure, I can take a little detour. Some other games that I made. So you're more than welcome to go to my website, Average Game Studio, and then if you click on portfolio, you can even play these. So I've got and most of these are like got a hair in my nose. Most of these are made with game jams or in game jams. And before these two here, when I started working in Godot, these are all Game Maker Studio 2, Game Maker 8.1 and stuff. We almost named our game studio Very Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I used to have it. I've renamed this company multiple times. It was like Radith Productions because my name used to be Radith Dart. We won't go into that. And then for a while it was North Suns Entertainment. And then I changed it to Average Game Studio when I rebranded my name and stuff for Twitch. And yeah, so you'll see like North Sun's, logos and stuff. It's all me. But yeah, I did all these games. Oh, it's been like 20 years of making games. And I also did a video, so on my YouTube channel. I do upload all my streams, and I actually did recently just do some of my own like edits and stuff. So this 80K in debt and still making games, my indie dev story kind of goes through like all my learning and stuff. And we got a recap from last year when I started streaming. Uh, and then again, like all of my streams and stuff. So if you want to go back, you've got days, you've got hundreds of hours worth of Goob content, all you want. And then of course you can play all my games. So yeah. Yeah, it's fun. Oh, and actually there's a video on here. If you click on about, there is a video here, me playing all my games. So maybe you don't have time to play my games. You can watch me play them all. Even a game that's not on here. I play a little bit of Fatal Destiny through this video too. So Fatal Destiny was talked about a lot in this video here. Yeah. Yeah. Feel free. Enjoy that. And thank you for asking. I tried to visit the site, can't be reached. Really? I just showed it. That's weird. Um, if you're in another country, maybe there's some issues with that. You're in the US? I use Cloudflare, I don't know. Maybe if you have, like, a VPN or something, it might be blocking it. It's saying it's down, though? Hmm. Alright, Okabe fan, thanks for hanging out. Good night. Yeah, I don't know, weird, the website's working for me. Is it is it 'cause it's a gaming website? Let me try it from my phone. Yeah, no, everything's working just fine. I don't know, I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, I deal with that all the time, with clients not being able to see stuff, so I'm not sure. Oh, you have a VPN? It might be blocking then. Like I said, I try to block, like, bots and stuff from scraping my content, so it's pretty locked down. No, no, averagegamestudio.com. I linked it in chat. Oh, you don't have a VPN. Hmm. Well, thank you for subbing to my YouTube. I mean, that's where all the content is anyways. You got YouTube in here, and then I do post my stuff to Itch. Oh, it worked. Okay, I was gonna say I can link Itch too. That's where most of the games are. Some are on GameJolt. Yeah, I appreciate you checking out my stuff. Thank you. Uh, interview coach. Definitely not 25. We just want one here. He gives us +1 click value. We don't want a rep. I don't like how they do this, but we must comply. And then we want 20 rep. Okay. Also, you're my new role model because I want to make a studio and be a game designer. Well, there are some videos you should watch first before making that decision, but I think it's a fun path to take. I think that if you are going to do it to try to make money, though, you do have to approach it a little differently than a hobby. So keep that in mind. And yes, yes, Aaron, I'm doing everything by myself so far. Some of the games that I've worked on in the past and everything are with other people. I don't This isn't my full-time gig or anything. I do this as a hobby. I've been doing it as a hobby for, like I said, 20 plus years. But no, I'm a web developer, web designer. I'm more of a web designer than a developer. I develop out of necessity, but, like, I love designing things. Okay. Alright. In order to get this interview coach, though, you need to have cover letters. It's a lot of upgrade cards. I wish my tooling worked on this, but because I pull in external resources, it doesn't work. Been watching every indie game dev thing on YouTube at this point. I look at a lot of game devs already seen that video that pops up. That's nice. Beegs released a new video that is pretty good. Which he interviews a couple of game devs and stuff who I actually know and have seen. Thomas Brush does a lot of interviews, which I recommend, if you like seeing some of that stuff. So it's nice to just kind of consume what other people are doing. Um, but definitely my biggest advice. Oh, that starts you like where I'm in the video, so you're gonna have to restart. I was like skipping through it, but yeah. That's a video from Beegs, who's also in the game dev community and stuff, and it's just interesting. But yeah, like my biggest advice is just start making games. And honestly, Game Maker Studio is fine, or Game Maker, RPG Maker, I guess. If that's what you're going for, all the tools are there. But I really recommend either like Unity, Godot, or Game Maker if you're starting kind of fresh. I would just get into it and just start making stuff. There's plenty of tutorials out there. Kinda try to find info about how to approach the whole making a game studio thing. It's hard to find real info from many sources. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to make a studio, you have to approach it like you're starting an actual business and go from there. Like, you need to treat it as like a creative business. You're gonna need funding, you're gonna need people. If you're gonna do stuff yourself, you need to start learning how to wear the hats and stuff. Right, yeah, for Godot, obviously, you just start making games and just do game jams. Just do game jams, make quick prototypes, do what you're doing right now, interact with communities and stuff, play other people's games, give feedback, learn how they're made. So we're doing. We found a group of people that want to do it because it's our passion. I love that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, obviously, like if I could, I would go into uh doing AI or AI. Whoops, I read AI. I would be doing game development stuff like full time, but I don't know how to make money with it yet. I feel like it's playing the lottery. We got the roles kind of clarified. Okay, nice. So you have like a marketer, you have artists, animator, programmer, game design. You got all that stuff. What up, Ooga Booga? The good thing for me as a kid, if I make games right now, I can get good at them before I need to move out. That too, Jackson Gaming. Like I started when I started making board games, when I was probably 11. I made a game called The Plague, which apparently was like Dungeons and Dragons, but I never played D&D and D and stuff back then, but um it was all on paper with some dice and I flipped over a game board and like started drawing stuff on it and all that. Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to start because you're really limited to the resources you have and your rules have to be very specific. But yeah, that's how I started. When I was a kid, I loved making board games. Yeah, it's fun. And you can still do it. I have an analog game that I released called Adapt, but I just use like stock photos and stuff for the art and then photoshopped things and it was okay, but I'm like remaking it. I haven't touched it in like a year, but I used AI for the art to redo it and then I kind of felt bad. I'm like I can't release this. So like I did all the game design and everything. I designed the cards, I did all the game like mechanics and the rules and did all the data for it and I started it in college. So it's like a 10-year-old game. But I felt bad about using AI art for it that I'm like, I need to start learning art if I want to release this, or I find a way to release it for free. And that's Godot might actually allow me to release the game for free and still let people play it, but I'll have to translate the rules into a video game, which is a little bit harder, I think, at this point. Would you be interested in having a talk with my co-lead and me? Co-lead is legal and finance. Myself will kind of be HR and project management, some other stuff on the side. Two sound designers, two artists, two devs, and a storyboard kind of guy. Wow, that's quite the team. I don't see a programmer though. Who's gonna make the game? Um, I mean, I don't. Maybe I could talk to you guys. I don't know what I could offer. Oh, two devs. I missed that. I skipped right over. I saw one storyboard guy. Um, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I could offer as far as, things like I do run a, web design studio, which it's just me, but like video games are a hard industry to break into. Whoa. Hey, 920 follower goal. Nice. Welcome in, Papa Pankey. Thank you for the follow. Jeez, I should probably start this game and start testing it because I already added the upgrades. Just got distracted by the conversations. That's why we're here. I'm streaming because I want to communicate. I love biology or just anatomy through see certain organs. It makes me disgusted because I get phantom feelings. Ooh, interesting. Didn't know that ooga booga. Always make a game where you use a spinner and that's how far you move up in the space have like certain challenges. Yeah, those are good. Those are good board games to make. Something that has a little bit like dice for movement and all that kind of stuff, random chance. But that's your mechanics. Like if you can make a board game, you can make a video game for sure. I think board games and stuff are a lot harder. You got to really define the rules. There's no assumptions. Been stalking and enjoying the conversation. Love Godot myself. Oh, that's awesome to hear. I tried telling people it's not a cult. Godot's not a cult, but might as well be, right? I mean, I joined and I don't want to leave. Oh no, I don't have enough money yet. There we go. All right, so we're just doing a quick playthrough. Oh, I didn't set the interview coach. Hang on. What did I say he was gonna need? Oh, handwritten letters. Oh, it's already open. All right, I'm gonna also make it so Kevin needs to be here. Because Kevin recommends him. Computer, resume website. Okay, we'll move him down below Kevin. Okay, now there we go. Oh, take a pencil and paper clip. Oh, paper clip and paper and put the pencil in the middle. Oh my gosh, yeah. We used to do that. We'd do like toothpicks or whatever, or a pen and put them down and then spin it. Literally like the art supply version of board games. We've been using Godot and made a quick game for a friend in 2 weeks. Okay. At least experience and connections, I'd say. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind, Aaron, if you wanted to set something up. You just send me a contact through my website, and we can see where it goes. I'd be curious to see what you guys have set up, anyways. I think that's pretty cool, and I would love to see like what game you got. Oh. Yeah, not a cult, he says with his Godot plushie. Oh, can you... You can see that. The sounds are great. Thank you. I'm gonna have to work on the sounds, but this is what I got for now. Yeah, sure, Aaron. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm pretty busy with my work and stuff, but again, I work for myself, so I'm pretty flexible and, you know, like what time zone? I don't want to like give anything away, but does it say what time zone are you in? It's like 7:55 p.m. for me right now, so. Oh yeah, these are definitely gonna have to be balanced. We're all over the place. Okay, cool. That's really cool. All right, 500 resumes before using the job website. That's not true. I have the resume host right here. You might even have somebody for marketing and social media. Dang, so you really do have kind of a studio set up. That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah. I'd definitely be interested in hearing what you got. I do game design, so I have a bachelor's in game design. That's what I excel in, and whatever that means, I don't really know. But I make game design documents. Obviously I can make games. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you got to start somewhere, whether you're paid or not. Hey, Bix Plays. Welcome in. Recently started using Godot, wondering if there's anything I should be avoiding when working in 3D. That's a great question. I can't answer that specifically for Godot. I've only used it for the 2D side of everything, so I haven't even ventured into 3D Godot yet. And most of the games, actually all the games I've really made and released are 2D. But what should you avoid working in 3D? Anything that you'd want to avoid in 2D. Honestly, particle systems are pretty expensive on the computer. So, you know, if you're going to do particle systems, make sure you're, you know, being aware of the processing it takes up. I mean, I don't, yeah. I'd have to really know specifics, but yeah, it's going to be a per game basis, to be honest. Hey, we got our in beta forever ink upgrade. We've already got the rep for it. Boom. All right, phase 1 is done. Definitely gonna have to balance things. I didn't really have to click too much. But yeah, that's all the upgrades. I didn't even hire the interview coach. Your games are fun. Thank you. I think my favorite game I made is probably Quiet Quitter. It's a one-button game. Was previously using other engines, but found they're super easy to plug in what makes most of what they do super easy. Give me a try. Let me try to read that again. Previously using other engines, but found that there's a super easy plugin that makes most of what you want to do. Oh, it makes it super easy. Okay. I mean, give it a shot. Make a prototype of whatever you're trying to get accomplished, and then go from there. Like, you know, don't like jump all in if it doesn't make sense. I would give it a shot first. If it's like a commercial project and stuff, like Godot can handle it or whatever, I'm sure. Most things. But if you're trying to go for like realistic, hyper realistic, Unreal Engine is probably good. Unity is pretty good for like multiplayer stuff, and then Godot, I'm kind of new as far as like capabilities, so I'm kind of learning as I go. But I'm really enjoying what I see. Upgrading everything. Look at that. Probably won't be able to upgrade Kevin all the way. And I haven't even used the auto clicking feature. So I haven't used any auto clicks yet. We can turn that on. This is for having AI enabled. Would you be able to take a look at my game? I've been working on it for about 1.5 years. In your free time, nice. Yes, I can take a look. I'm not gonna download anything. I mean, do you have like a Steam page or something? I don't understand why Quiet Quitter is so fun. It's just one button. I don't know. It's the sneaking aspect, and if you get caught, it's pretty funny too. Yeah, I don't normally take, like, game requests or, like, play games unless it's, like, from a jam, but I was thinking about doing, like, on stream, play people's games, like, you submit it, like, I create a form, you submit your game, like, I've been thinking about it. That's why I was kinda hesitant, because like, that would actually be kinda fun. I don't have a Steam page, unfortunately, so it's all good. Yeah, I mean, if you got a video or something, I can analyze from a video too. Um, you should be able to post I think you should be able to post a YouTube link, but, let me know if you do. I can permit it. But yeah, I mean, obviously, you gotta be careful what you download. So you're planning to do no harm in trying it? I don't care about multiplayer. Yeah, or super high def graphics, that's me. On the contrary, the project's supposed to look rather retro. I like that. That's what I'm going for here. I'm kinda doing, like, this, like, vibe, this old school vibe. And I'll be working the art. The only art I've made are, like, some of the cups and this little thing back here. The rest of these are, like, icons from, what is it called? I design everything, all my UIs and stuff in Figma. Um, what is this thing called? Iconify. So, like, I'm just using Iconify icons and stuff. You like Archimist? Oh yeah, Archimist is good. That was my first Godot game, by the way. No videos yet? Okay, you're only doing closed play tests? Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, if you've got a web build, something that you can share privately on itch or something, I can play it. If you got a video, that's fine too. The same artist in your team made the emotes? Oh, those are so cute! I love them. Yeah, one of the game dev community members, 2 nerdy nerds, who actually got me into using Godot, a year ago, Celine made all of my emotes and stuff. Here's just a few of them. I did the one. The one was me, but the rest of them were her. It'd be even better if I could force color depth in 3D, but I'm not sure if Godot even lets you do that with a shader. The shader engine's pretty powerful from what I've seen, but again, it's not even like the same like coding language. It is, I think, general shader code, so it's pretty universal. These are great. Yeah. I worked on a game with the 2 nerdy nerds, actually. This Backhand Bandit game. We, uh, we actually got first place in the 2025, Stream Team Game Jam. The Minds of More Yeehaw. Yeah, this is, it's like a pinball explosive game. There's even the game design doc here you can check out. That's public if you're into that. And then I got like a video. There's like a playthrough on this. And then there's even the playlist. So if you click the playlist, you can see my version, my side of making it. So there's all the streams that I did, and that was back in January, 3 months ago. When can we get some pro goob? What up, Hypnotic Games? I know you're probably behind an ad. What's going on? No, pro goob. I am pro goob. I'm right here. We're totally just working on upgrades. That still says average. Well, I can be an average pro average pro goob. How you doing, man? I would say I would totally steal your Gadont. That's for you. All right, so I've got some suggested titles and ideas for these upgrades. So let me make sure these are working since we've got people in here for the game dev. Okay, we got those fixed up. These are in sync and order. Perfect. However, there was an issue with the achievement where, aha, right here. So I had refactored my system for IDs and I forgot to change that one. All right, cool. Good. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm surprised to see you around here and not streaming Hypnotic. Been lurking around your stream. Okay, never mind. I guess I don't have to fix anything. So that was an easy fix. All right. So I've got a general list of things for this that I'm going to attempt here. But let's do, we'll just call it prompt engineer. I mean, honestly, I can just add this. I wanted to do this to be able to keep track of them, but it's going to be easier just to do it in the engine. Let's just do it in the engine. Cuz that way I don't have to go back and forth on this. Okay. All right. Prompt engineer. This is your first job. Got a couple Gadunts in here, it looks like. It's such a goofy name. Like, it's funny. It's gonna spread. You know it is. Welcome back from the ads. You only want 5 bits per pixel, but I think the only way to force that would be to do it in the shader. At that point, you might as well just go shadeless and do the art instead. Yeah, if you're doing hand painted stuff, you probably have a little bit more control over that. You can just do it in like Blender or something, right? All Gadunts are everywhere. Yeah, I was just showing off got a little addicted to Archimus. That's good. Welcome back. All right, we got a prompt engineer. Uh, learn. I guess like learn how to communicate. They spell efficiently. This is why. This is why I was gonna do it. This is why I was gonna do it in the efficient. Efficiently. Oh my god. Listen, don't judge me. Oh my god, I was one letter off. I hate that. I was gonna say effectively, but whatever. I learned how to communicate with AI more effect. I think effectively is gonna be the word. Okay, more effectively. Better automation, better connections, Pop AI. Would I get in trouble for this? We'll just let the player assume that. Okay. The cost resource. So what are we paying for? If you want to be a prompt engineer, you are paying lots of money. We'll say it's like 1,500 bucks. We're gonna have to balance everything. All right. So this can we need to what do we have? We have vibe points, we got all these stats to mess with. We can increase ooh, I should add an auto click value to this. We'll mess with it. So we'll do an auto click value, and then I've just been adding them to the high score just in case. I don't know how kind of high scores are going to work in this game. That's not even connected, but maybe we do that. Maybe we add some high score. So prompt engineering, this isn't going to affect your passive income. Let's just delete this. Let's do string and an int. Auto click values are going to go up because you're so much more efficient. We'll do 5. So in order to use this, we need to connect it into the auto clicks under the player clicker. All right. Who clicked? We got a player. This gives okay. 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 That's for reputation. Perfect. So right now I have it. It's a 50-50 chance of you making money whenever you click. This probably needs to happen ahead of time. So let's do main.player data, career level. We'll say if this is equal to, I guess, greater than 1, then we want to change this click value to just equal player data click value. So after your career progression, you just automatically get your clicks. We're not submitting resumes anymore, which means we also need to change the other thing that I have. Talking about resumes sent. Oh, sorry, I missed something. I view game engines as a tool. If changing the tool I am using makes it easier to achieve my goals, I have no problem doing so. Yeah, I agree with that. I think the game engine is the tool that you use to make the game that you want to make. Don't let the game engine dictate the game that you want to make. So I agree with that 100%. Do you need to use if statements while loops make maybe better in some cases? Yeah, I mean in these cases I haven't needed a while loop. This is running this function one time. This isn't like a process. It's not running it every frame or anything. So I'm usually just doing these in like checks. So yeah, I'm just using if statements. I'm not trying to be efficient in this game. I'm still learning Godot in its infinite wisdoms. So no, I'm not trying to over engineer anything. Yeah, it's the only time. Like if I was running this in a process, I'd probably do while loops and then break them as needed. But I'm not even using like everything happens based most of the stuff happens based on the player's interaction. And then like this click count's only being called at a certain time. I am going in through emitting, like I've got an event manager to connect to things, so that other things can talk to it and stuff. So I've got some processes in place. Some. Uh, did I change what it's called? Here it is. It's called click name. Hmm, okay. So at some point we need to change the click name, probably right here. Ooh. I didn't think about what you're doing after after you're submitting resumes. I guess your working hours. I didn't even think about it. Um, wasting company time. Leave you alert for now. I appreciate that, Aaron. Yeah, no, thanks for hanging out and being around. But for sure, make sure you get to me if you know if I can help anywhere or whatever. I would love to at least chat. So I appreciate it. Oh, I didn't see that Jackson Gaming. You gotta go eat. Super nice. Looked up on Godot on Twitch, not expecting much, but now I've been here for an hour and still having a blast. I love that. Go enjoy your food. Thank you so much for hanging out. And thanks for playing my games. I'm a total beginner, but I do understand that it's something is being done over and over again. It's better to do some sort of while loop than an if check. For sure. Yeah. Like and of course you got to be careful while writing while loops. You need to make sure you execute them properly. But Godot, I created an infinite recursion issue and Godot caught it and didn't crash my computer. So that's a win in my book. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I'm definitely running it in my spec. So yeah, for this case, we should be okay. But I haven't run into an issue when I need to use while loops. Maybe I do use if statements in place of while loops too much sometimes. It's not impossibility. All right, we'll just change this to wasting company time for now. Anyways, we need to implement the auto click value into this as well. Okay. See, like here, we could probably do a match statement, like who clicked or whatever. But because I'm running them separately, they can run at the same time. Oh well. I think I'm sending auto click. Not auto click value. I have a weaker machine under my bed that I use as a target spec. That's smart too. That's actually a good idea, having like a slower PC to run stuff on. Um, I've tested this on my phone and it runs on my phone in the browser. Usually that's a good test for it, but we'll see. Yeah, I honestly investing in a cheaper computer to just play these games is not a bad idea. 'Cause, yeah, this I'm running this on a beast of a computer. Now, granted, it's only a clicker game. Um, but that's a good call. That's a really good call. All right. So you want to increase this. That's fine. Increase it by the click value. I don't want to get this confused. Nice. You got it for 200 bucks. See, I think that's fair for a little test machine. If you can't afford a $200 laptop, you got more important things to worry about than making games. Yeah. No, I think that's fair. Like, I don't think you would pay under $200 for a computer. I mean, and that would be lower end than most people are using to play games anyways. So All right. So the prompt engineer, auto click value +5, which means I can probably make it so adding AI, we can also increase some of our auto click because this increases our click value. But when we're using it, yeah, that's perfect. Let's increase it by 1. Cool. It's like a 5th gen i5. Oh man. Yeah, I'm rocking the 10th gen i9 or whatever. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely a gaming PC that I'm using for game development, but I mean, maybe I don't release the games. I don't know. I do have a prototype release for Monday. So I do plan on like having this playable by Monday. And then an alpha by June 2nd, but it definitely I'll have a playable version for people to test this out earlier than that. And it's just this game's gonna be free. I'm not asking to be paid for it. Honestly, you guys hanging out while I'm streaming it, that's more than enough for me. So I appreciate everybody hanging out while I work on it. Really while I talk, let's be real. All right, let's give it upgrade level of 5. Also, I think what I want to do, not make this visible. I wonder, okay, if I can, yeah, I'm gonna have to work on these a little bit on how to upgrade them automatically because I don't want to keep like visibly changing them every time. Because I think right now, when it changes here, unlock achievements. Okay, no, I think I have it. Uh, and get visible and true. Yeah, that's just for achievements. So I'm gonna have to figure out a better way to unlock these once I get them implemented. That's okay. You know what though? I should write that down. Uh, Better way to implement auto visible. Yeah. Your main PC is a Ryzen 5700 with an NVIDIA A4000. Yeah, I've never used Ryzen before. GPU will be a side grade, the CPU will be an upgrade. Nice. Yeah, I've only ever really run Intel. I think I had a Ryzen PC a long time ago. But like the only thing I knew about it was like Threadripper. The new framework. IT export with AI Max Plus. That's all going over my head. Yeah, I haven't bought a PC in a while, and the newest tech I bought for work was a Mac Mini, which was pretty sick. That was pretty cool. But I do web development and stuff, so I'm a freelancer. So sometimes I have to keep up with the tech, but for the most part, I support clients who don't use the latest stuff. So gotta stick with what they got. Um, we'll say you need at least 50 rep to unlock prompt engineering. All right, let's see what shows up. Nice. Ugh, I forgot every time I do this, I have to create a new value for this. Um, okay. So I think this one's auto click. We'll call this we'll come up with better namings for these, I promise. It's technically a laptop APU chip, but its built-in graphics are about on par with your current dedicated GPU. Okay, that's pretty sick. Having a laptop with integrated graphics that are just as good as a dedicated one is really good. Like even I had a MacBook Pro that had like an Intel graphics card for like using Photoshop and stuff. That was like a dedicated one. It's like, why can't we just have one inside of our laptops that does everything? Just be more efficient. All right, I probably should add the auto click in here. Um, Game HUD. Stats. Let's do total auto click. Should be okay. What's the other one that I added? Rep per click. It's not really rep per click. That's the confusing part. Again, we'll probably figure out different names for these. Oh, that's nice. So you only go a little bit smaller Bix. Okay. Let's be able to go down without compromising your graphics. Currently need extra PCIe lanes for your SSDs. Yeah. Are you not using NVMe? I feel like NVMe kind of saves a little bit of space too. Oh, these are the high scores. Gosh dang it. Okay. Rep. Click label. Yeah, rep click amount. The only thing I don't like about using dictionaries is like the lack of autocomplete. I wish that was a thing. Uh, these aren't total stats. Dang it. With the U.2 because when you got them, it was way cheaper than M2 for 8 terabyte. Dang, what do you need so much space for? Video editing, I'm sure. I guess 3D game development also takes up a lot of space too, and like you need SSDs for 3D game dev. I couldn't imagine doing game dev on a hard drive. I don't have a hard drive anymore. I haven't used hard drives in a long time. Even my external's SSD. You know, Hypnotic dropped in here while he was streaming. What the heck? It's funny. Hypnotic is talking to me through my chat. You get back to work. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Oh man. You have a data problem? I like having all my games all installed at the same time. See, I can't. I uninstall things that I'm not playing. They time me out. Anyways, it's convenient when my mates come over to be able to play whatever because it's all installed. That's nice. Um, if you have like a lot of local co-ops and stuff, I mean, what's cool about Steam is like once it's installed, like you have the game. As long as you don't need to connect to Steam or whatever, you should be fine. I don't want to drop all the way back to SATA speeds. Oh hell no. I couldn't even imagine. I can't imagine going back in time. Like I'm on fiber internet too. Like I can't imagine going back in time. All right. There's our one gain. I need more. Here, we'll just do auto clicks here. Rep gain 2. All right, cool. That was easy. Go out of your way to find good co-op games. That's so cool. Yeah, all the Lego co-op games. I don't like their split screen, but the games are fun. But A Way Out, I know Split Fiction. I haven't played Split Fiction yet, but A Way Out and that other one is so good. It's made by the same people. I can't, what is it called? It's got the Book of Love, the really creepy book. That one, those are good, like couch co-op games, 100%. All right, how do we get our auto click value up? Turn down the sound effects a little bit. Screen Sheet? Oh, I haven't played Screen Sheet. We need to get more rep here. Hire some Kevins. All right, we can get AI now. Perfect. Local split screen game where you can see each other, so you need to screen sheet to be able to kill your opponents. That's so funny. Me and my brothers used to play like local co-op all the time. Obviously, it's all we had, like PlayStation and stuff. And my brother was, screen cheating or whatever, and he's like, "Why'd you kill me?" He's like, "I couldn't see my screen. I was screen cheat. I mean, what was?" He's like, "Why'd you kill me?" It's just like couldn't. He like totally called himself out. It's so funny. All right, look at that. Auto click value is 1. So it's giving us the auto click value of 1 plus the 38, right? Or 61. Yeah, okay, cool. So we get like a little bit of auto click with our click value. So what I should do is I should add to it instead of like having it a separate number. I guess it's nice being able to see that number, but you're not the high amounts, you're not gonna see that. So if we move that out of there, right here. Okay, so we can move this down. And then all we do is change this. We make this random click value plus equal this value, right? If it's an auto click. Okay, I have it on my timers. I have my debug auto timer. What is this? Oh, that's this one. No, wait, what? Hold on, where's my player clicker? Okay, that's because this is my cheating clicker. Since you'll be moving at the end of the month here, and it'll be across half. One of my mates will be super fun doing co-ops. You're gonna be across the hall from one of your mates? That's sick. So you'll be able to just hang out and do stuff. Oh man, that's good. Hopefully, yeah, across the hall instead of being in the same. Like I moved in with one of my best friends, and then we kind of grew apart. So it's probably us, but like living with your best friend, it could be an eye opener sometimes. I mean, we recovered somewhat, but yeah. Block and a half. Oh, that is so cool. I mean, block and a half is still pretty dang close. That's really cool though. That's gonna be fun. All right, we need to come up with a new one. I've got AI reports. So again, this is you're working at the company, and so now you talk about like the fact that you're using AI to like regain some reputation. Again, these are gonna have to be balanced. Um, I'm also being kind of ironic in some of this, so it's called Vibe Clicker, for a reason. It'd be better when my other mate buses in to visit and get that 3 local co-op. What kind of 3-player games can you be playing? The only thing that comes to mind is, like, Mario Party, I guess. I don't know if you ever played, oh, what is it called? Pummel Party. Pummel Party is so much fun. The cost of this? Screen sheet? Okay, okay. Yeah, there's probably others. I was just trying to think off the top of my head, like a 3-person game. It's not common. It's either you got, like, 2-player or single player, 2-player, 4-player, 8-player, like, they just double. Also, I wish I could change the key after I set it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Right, we're gonna do rep. I mean, obviously, you could play Halo. They got Halo on Steam now, don't they? Alright. Let's just start with 20 rep. We'll see how that goes. Um, keep this at 5. Oh my gosh, the Star Wars Pod Racer game? Yes. Where is that? Required upgrade. I guess it requires your first job. You're gonna automatically get these 2. Uh, yeah, you need at least 25 processing power. Oh, it's on PC now? I didn't know that. I love that they're bringing all these games to PC. I mean, the irony is that these games are made on PCs and they don't come out for PC. It's like, what are you guys doing? Oh, that's right. Good old games. Gosh, that's awesome that they did that. Good old games is so nice. All right, let's do some AI task automation. I can't wait. Like, I love having little flavor texts. Obviously, the upgrade is the most important thing or what it does for you, but I love doing these little flavor texts for them. Uh, minus 10 rep. And then what do we have? I think when you get it, it needs to lower the amount of power you have. But also, we're going to increase passive clicks, the auto clicks, by 2. Since not it's formerly good old games. Oh, it's just GOG now. Not all the games are old. That's fair. I mean, it's still good old, like OLE, good old games. The Fate remaster is pretty trash. Oh, I forgot about Fate. They nerfed the fishing into the ground. I haven't played. Have I ever played Fate? Oh yeah, yeah. Gosh, it's like what Fable's based off of, basically. Wow, dude. Just looking at it, that it just gave me like just remembering this. Just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, these were good. Like, look at that UI. This is offline World of Warcraft. Man, I forgot about that. All right, so we want to implement auto clicks. Um, yeah, we'll do some passive income. Income uwu. I don't know why I wrote that. That's weird. Uh, okay. I don't have to change this. Thank God. I can just do that. The original Torchlight is a spiritual successor. Oh, I loved Torchlight. Torchlight 2 was okay. Torchlight, I don't, is Torchlight 3? I don't think I played that. But I played Torchlight 1 and 2 a little bit. I loved those games. I loved the pets. That was so cool. Just let them run back to town for you. All right. Total upgrade for task automation 99, maybe. What's 99 times 5? That's quite a bit. So we're going to make sure to scale it. And then to be able to do task automation, we'll say you need AI reports, obviously, and then you need a passive of, we'll say 10 power, because it does, this consumes some of that power. I don't think it can ever be fully upgraded, But if this does get fully upgraded, you're gonna lose a lot of rep. I don't think you can fully upgrade that. But just in case. Oh yeah, $125. This needs to be 500 seems a little low, but we'll see. I forget that by the time you're down this far in the tree, you're gonna have so much money. Oh, what did I forget? Auto clicks? What? What is it called? Oh, no, I named it the wrong thing. I think it's auto click value. No. So dumb. What'd I say? 5? Cool. Alright, so there's no way to actually get to these next upgrades. We're giving Godot a try. The main engines I use were RPG Maker. Yes, that's where I started. And then G Develop. Yeah, I just saw there's a game jam for G Develop this weekend, I think. Yeah, I've used Construct 2 before. Can't get in good conscience supporting because they keep raising the price for new users. Yeah, I don't know. Construct, it was good and like its visual scripting or whatever is cool, but yeah, like the fact that Game Maker rolled back their pricing was awesome. Like I love this. I think it's like free, right? Like you can use a lot of it for free. And then look at this. This is beautiful. Obviously, Godot is free. It's open source. But like Game Maker for what this is, that's not bad. Hey, Finn is fine. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. We're not looking at Game Maker. What? What? We're not looking at Game Maker pricing. What do you mean? How's it going, Pagorly? Oh, hold on, Pagorly. Summoned. There we go. Welcome in. Hey, Finn. Thanks for the raid. Hello, the Yagic. Welcome in. No Shame Maker. Half my games were made in Game Maker, all right? Listen. Hey, the Yagic. Thank you for the follow. How was stream? What were you up to? How's your Unreal horror game, right? Horror game? How's that going? And you'll be happy to know Kevin has made it into the game. He's down here. Hello? Fyakia? Fyakia? I say that right? Welcome in. PCG stuff, making Instamat work as a replacement for Substance Designer. That's my partner, Kevin. Oh, I said it right. I'll try to remember. It was a good guess. It was a lucky guess. Oh, you're Kevin. Hey, look, now we have a Kevin. Helps you submit resumes is a good blurb. Your best friend, Kevin, helps you submit resumes. Look at this. He won't help you unless you have computer upgrades. Look how expensive he gets. Boom! I have too much money. I have all the money in the world. But now Kevin's helping me. She's not Kevin, she's Karen. Well, but this is Kevin. That's what I'm saying. We all have Kevins. I am Kevin. Yes, we all need a Kevin in our lives. Exactly. Oh, you're his best friend like Kevin. That's what I was saying, like, you're his Kevin. Right. Yeah. That makes sense now. Kavina. It's actually kind of a cool name, Kavina. But yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Your first time here, you don't know me. I'm the average goob. But if you do know me, I'm still the average goob, if you believe that. I'm working on a game called Vibe Clicker, and I've spent about 2 weeks building this so far. So I do need to do some art. I need to do like the icons for everything. We're using the classic Godot icon for things because it's inconsequential. We've got stats, we've got achievements going. You can change your name. Like if I wanted to be Finn, I can be Finn, but don't do that. You can change your volume settings, and then once you unlock AI, like here, we can unlock AI. Look at that, we can auto click now. Boom. But there are penalties for using AI in this game long term. So your goal is to win the game. And if you just heard that, you've lost the game. But you need to, keep your rep balanced so that you don't discourage people from working with you. Once you unlock all the upgrades, you'll get more. Like we finished getting our AI upgrade. Now we can work for In Beta Forever Inc. We go work for them. We'll get more tasks. So yeah, everyone is making a clicker game, which is so weird because like I did this on a whim, just kind of wanting to make a game. And but with me, I like to make games based on, some goofy things. Like I made Key the Board Warrior, Quiet Quitter, to name a few, where you're sneaking out of the office. So I like to play on corporate jokes. I think it's funny. 8 to 5 p.m., no leaving early, fired. Somewhere in here about don't jump. The employee of the month is the manager, always. And he's peculiarly peculiarly shaped. Precarious? I don't know. It's a word. Peculiar? Peculiarly peculiar. He looks like a dick. He's a little tiny penis. That's what he is. So yeah, it's funny. I just make funny stuff. How much is Game Maker anyway? Oh right, we were talking about that. I'm surprised. So they rolled back. They were gonna make this so you had to pay monthly or yearly, and you were gonna have to pay $50 a month. But then they're like, nah, fam, $100 for a lifetime license, and you get to do all the exports except for console, which is fine. But you get the desktop, web, and mobile exports plus GX games. It's amazing. Oh yeah, thank God. But also, like, check this out. Uh, yeah, if you hit play now, look at this. You can go to GX Games, and look, I've got my game right here. You can play Quiet Quitter in the browser, along with 1,300 other people. Look at that. I just kicked the trash can. You can sneak in a box. Yeah, clicker games are 100% a constant drip of dopamine, and I'm making a story-based one with, like, again, my corporate take on things. It's so fun. That's also why I'm learning Instamat to replace Substance Designer. What is Instamat? Substance Designer is expensive. Oh, okay. Ooh, this is cool. Okay, so it's basically Substance Designer. Yeah, that's nice. See, this is one of those things, like, getting into 3D stuff is like finding what's open source and available, cheap or free or something. Because like, this is free. Get it for free. Substance was it Designer? Look how expensive this is. $200, and you have to buy a new version every year. Like, it's cool, right? But, like, that's insane. Yeah, right now we're just working on adding upgrades. I've got a list of upgrades. I was working from this sheet, and I was like, I might as well just add them to the game. I need to update Kevin. Pay him a good salary, trust me, bro. I was gonna add an upgrade for him. So he already adds passive income, click value, and rep. Make him give you like 10 passive income whenever he gets fully upgraded. Made by the same people who made Instalod. Oh, okay. I didn't know they did that. Level of depth stuff's good. Better Baker, much better node system. Okay. 33% for geez. Yeah, Adobe's raising their prices on you unless you call them and be like, listen, I'm gonna cancel. But they're getting smart. Dang. Well, it's cool you're learning something new though. I'll have to go watch your VOD. Yeah, it wasn't always an Adobe product, I don't think. They tried to buy Figma. Oh god, that would have been a mess. Figma's already a mess now, but I still use it. Okay, cool. The new one does? Instamat has bridges to Unity, Unreal, and Blender, and Maya. And you use Unreal, so that helps. I mean, obviously you needed something. So it's not something like for Godot. But I mean, you can probably export the materials and stuff, right? What? It started out as a guy's master's project and hasn't been refactored? That's funny. That is too funny. Alright, alright, Finn, I appreciate that. You have to go sit down, edit up because 'cause you're not feeling great. I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you for hanging out, and thanks for the raid, dude. I appreciate you, and I'll probably catch you in your next stream. I lurk a lot. I know this song, but can't remember. This is the file select from Super Mario 64, the slow-fi version. Oh, almost got the level 2 upgrades done. How much rep do we wanna lose for doing AI coding assistant? Actually, it'll cost money, but then we lose rep every upgrade. How about that? Yeah, this entire playlist is actually a DMCA free lo-fi from Slowfi on Spotify. I couldn't say "fi" anymore. Um, but yeah, I love this playlist is nice. There is, like, over 500 songs in it, and honestly, there's only one song that I don't really like in it, and it's mostly because it's like, oh, it has words in the middle of all this chill-fi or chill lo-fi or whatever they call it. It's just like, "Get out of here." Alright, let's do a maximum of 5. I think the upgrade here should be point 0.3, should get pretty pricey, and then you need to have task automation, and you need to have AI reports for this, and it's gonna cost you a lot of rep. And then the full upgrade is 100 rep minus. Oh, man. Gotta make some hot seed water. Alright. Sounds good to me, I'll be right here. Alright, 'kay. Vibe coding's a new thing. Hop in and let AI take over your most difficult coding task. That's funny. Alright. Human review. Human review system. We'll just call it human review. What not human review, we should call it a peer review, right? No, human obviously is against AI. Human review system. Implement a for your AI tasks. AKA hire an assistant. Here, I'll just say AKA hire a developer. This is gonna cost you, I don't know, we'll just say $5,000 for now. But this is gonna give you a big rep. You know what? They're gonna be pretty pricey. I don't know what these values are gonna increase to. I think it's percentage. Is that 30% increase or 3%? I forgot. A 1 hour. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. All right, this is where we get rape gains. All right, he's not going to lower your power. It's going to increase your passive income by quite a bit. It's definitely worth getting. And your auto click value, we don't want that. What are you working on, if I may ask? I am building it's a small game called Vibe Clicker, an idle. It's an idle clicker game where I tell a story about how AI is infecting our lives. But it's really just a clicker game. So you start out college grad, try to find jobs. You find a job at an AI startup, and you try to make your way through here. So it's not balanced, and obviously I've got a lot of money to test with right now. But you can, purchase things, you can hire people, you can get a coach, and then you can unlock AI. And then once you unlock AI, you can like auto click stuff. And then once you auto click stuff, you can upgrade that. And then you get your first job interview finally after, I think I ran this through and it took me like 10 minutes of just like regular clicking. But some automation increases that. And then you can work for this company and then you start, your career level 2 and then you get different set of upgrades. So right now I'm adding the upgrades for the next career levels. And then I need to actually implement a system to better reveal those. But yeah, I've got achievements integrated, not like a system for for achievements, like just in-game achievements. It's got tracking your stats, different passive income. You got your volume sliders and all that stuff. So it's just a little game I'm making in Godot. Try to get back into streaming a little bit again and doing some game dev at the same time. But yeah, welcome in. Hopefully that piqued your interest. But I do make games for fun as a hobby, and I've got quite a few that I've made over the years. I think like 20 something games. I was gonna ask if you made any other games. Yeah, probably not anything you may know. But if you did know, then that's really cool. But I don't know if you know who the Two Nerdy Nerds are. I made a game with them in January. Last year, I released a game, my first game in Godot called Alchemist. And this is when I was really learning the game engine. So that was fun. It's like a top-down, cozy pirate game. It's not, I don't know, it's not really cozy, but that, and then my first game where I learned hand-drawn digital art is called Key the Board Warrior. It's like a little survivor style game where you fight the boss. You fight off your coworkers and climb the ladder. They heard that you're getting a promotion, so they're trying to prevent you from getting that promotion. Quiet Quitter, little side scroller, one button game where you're trying to leave the office. It's got stealth mechanics like Metal Gear Solid, where you can climb into a box. Yeah, and then just a bunch of other ones that I've made throughout the years. So most of them are Game Maker, but I switched over to Godot. Yeah, around September. Actually, probably a little bit before that. This is a month-long game jam for Pirate Software Jam. I love your small stories. Thank you. I have fun. I have fun doing them. Like, what's in your mouth? And that's what's so fun about game jams. You can have like this full story for in such short games. But like, what's in your mouth is a story about our dog, me and my partner's dog, where it's like and it's kind of relatable. If you have a dog, you're like, "What's in your mouth?" And you like chase him down, and so you play the dog in this, and you eat things and you poop. You can hide under tables, you can hide in the couches. It's goofy, but it's kind of kind of insane. Like, this is just a Game Jam game, and look at this. It's had over 20,000 plays. That's amazing. It's amazing. I don't know how people found this. But I do release my games on multiple platforms. And Godot launched the GX Games connection, and so, like, I was even able to release Archimist on GX Games. Hey, Mars, welcome in. I did all the art for this one too. This game you can get lost in, so be careful if you play it. You might be there for a while. It's got volume sliders and everything too. Yeah, and it's just like every little thing that I'm doing, I'm learning new stuff. So that's what it's all about. Hey, Jabwan. Good, what's going on? We cooking, clicking? Oh yeah, we're cooking clicks. That's for sure. Check it out. Check it out. We got Vibe Clicker 1.1 happening here. It's really not 1.1, but I've got all the upgrades for the first set done, and I'm just clicking through these, right? I gotta figure out a better way to make it like, oh, you need to have all these upgrades before you can purchase the next one. And I'll probably increase the prices and stuff. Um, but yeah, we got AI, then you get to work for your first company. And look, in beta forever Inc., we brought over a name from Rise of the Intern. Yeah, 1 hour, that was a game. I was doing Rise of the Intern, which was a survivors-like RPG, but as my second Godot game, it was way too much work. I need to fix the width of these. They're not properly scaled based on the size of the text, but I think it's funny that it says wasting company time. This is when you start working for a company. This is just a clicking. I needed to change the clicking sound per level, so this will actually be a computer screen. But as you saw, I know the mug looked very similar, but it is a different mug. So you got the polka dot one, and then if we go upgrade everything, now it's a different mug. So yeah, the little bloop bloop bloop, that's the default sound. But yeah, I'm working on the sounds. It'll change like 100 times before this is released, I'm sure. I'm trying to mix with some licensed sounds, but also my mouth sounds. I got to stick true to my nature. Uh, the cup clicking one is me flicking one of my shaker bottles, so it has that thud sound, like a actual cup sound. And then the monitor, I'm probably gonna find a glass screen. I'm gonna tap the screen, so that we can have a true to experience monitor clicking sound. It's gonna be good. You know me and my folly. Or if you don't, you will. Just go play some of my games and you'll know what I'm talking about. Like Backhand Bandit, I did the voice acting. It's funny. Watching some playoff basketball and watching you code. Ooh. Well, that sounds like fun. I'm not really coding right this second. I felt like if I was gonna spend some time writing some upgrades here, I might as well as do it on stream so that I can talk and do this at the same time. Um, I did do a little bit of coding though. As a matter of fact, maybe we figure this out. A better way to implement auto visible unlocks. Let's put that in progress. Okay, I'm gonna walk through this. We unlock something, and when we unlock, we don't know if it can unlock it. So what I have in place right now is an automatic. So whenever you unlock this, it goes to the event manager. And this is where we make it visible. So I want to say if it's unlocked, then it's visible. That's the hard thing. What you're saying is this is main screen content and the basketball is second screen content. Oh no, you're right. I don't want to be no, put me monitor 2, tab 1 for me is fine. Just, you know what? Better yet, pip. Just pip me. Picture like my camera is. Do a little picture in picture and then you can watch basketball. Um okay, so we need to call this. We need this whole thing right here. So what we need to do is I guess realistically level 2 container just needs to be updated. So let's create a new okay, I got it. We'll create a new signal. Signal player career upgraded. Got it. Okay. Right here, this is where we change it. This is on the player. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to do event manager dot player career upgraded dot emit. Okay, we need to pass in the career level. And this can go Hey, Bix Plays. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm glad you enjoyed it enough to follow. You've been here for a minute. I honestly didn't even know you weren't following. Goob PC basketball big TV. That's pretty cool too, actually. I've got a TV, so I've got like this 3 monitor setup here, and then I've got a TV right up there. And the channel that it stays on is Dust. You have main screen content for me right now. I'm not actively working on my game at the moment. I only have one screen. I'm not watching anything else. Okay. All right. I'm cool with that. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm a just chatting streamer. I've never actually been in that, but I feel like game dev sometimes is that. My TV is my monitor. Hell yeah, dude. I've considered it, but I'm okay. I'm still stuck in 1080p. Like for work, I have a 1440p monitor, not 4K. Still not quite there or ready for. I may never be ready for that with my old eyes, but 1080p has been perfect for me. Uh, I guess I don't need that here. We can just check it. Okay. So what we're gonna do is on the upgrade container, let's connect into this. So we do event manager dot career dot connect on player career upgraded. And then we make that function. Okay. And then we say if career level equals 2, then check this out. We take level container. Ooh. Whoa. And then we do level container 2. No. Yes. For loop. And then we do upgrade level 2 container dot get children. Right? And then we do upgrade dot hold on, for upgrade as upgrade card. Wait, how do we do this? Like that? Dang, how do you specify this? Oops. Okay, I guess I just do it like this. If it is an upgrade card, then we do upgrade visible equals true. Then we call that, right? We call on status change. I spell upgrade wrong? Actually downgraded from 4K to 1080p.
BLE la 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 li la BLE la BLE la blah la 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 BLE la 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 poop.
Hey, welcome in JD Does Dev. What up? How you doing tonight? I was not expecting that text to speech. That was goofy. I wasn't sure if it's working. It wasn't working last stream. That's pretty funny. Anyways, how you doing? Bix downgraded from 4K to 1080p. This TV has all the old components in S-Video. Oh, okay. Was what you need for consoles. Nice. Yeah, I don't think any of the 4K have any of that. They don't have any of the old, like, backwards tech. Doing all right, just getting ready for tomorrow. Is it your 1-year affiliate anniversary, JD, or is this your 2nd year? 2-year. Damn, dude. My 2 years coming up at some point too, I think. Okay, listen, technically it would be 2-year for me, but no, 1 year of streaming again, but I think I got affiliate like 10 years ago. It's insane. But it doesn't count though, right? Because I took like an 8-year break. Nah, dude, 2 years of growth. 2 years of absolute growth. I mean, think about all the projects you've worked on. Think about the people you've met along the ways. That's what that anniversary is about. And I think that's pretty cool. Oh, I don't want to see if those are visible. This is a tough thing because, like, I don't want to make them all visible, but I guess it doesn't make sense to not make them visible. They're just not going to be upgraded. Yeah, this is fine. You still have a PS2 and a GameCube. The only console I have is a Switch. I sold my Xbox a while ago, and that was like the last console I had. As an Xbox One. I mean, I have a Game Boy Color from when I was a kid. I still have my Game Boy Color, which is pretty cool. And then I do have a new Game Boy Advance and a Game Boy Advance SP, but I recently bought those just because I wanted the nostalgia. Hey, it worked! We got all of our new stuff. It unlocked everything. Hell yeah. Oh my god, the human system upgraded so much. Alright, I need to make sure this never goes below. I didn't expect that. I think down here it goes below a little bit. Yeah, you can't even see the per level. So it needs to always display above. Okay, but that's pretty cool. JD, what time are you starting tomorrow? I'm probably gonna lurk for a little bit. If you don't mind me asking. 9 a.m. Central. Hell yeah. Dude, that's awesome. What are you gonna be doing? Last game you bought complete in box was like $120. That was a steal because the copies of the game were 20 bucks more. Wow. Yeah, I mean retro gaming. Is that classic gaming now? Retro gaming is expensive. Oh, it's so expensive. 5 auto click. Oh, I gotta fix that. The plus minuses. Fix plus minus on the rep. Is that what that is? Yeah. On the rep for upgrades. Yeah. Probably some dev, some games, and there's people who do Jackbox. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, definitely working some game dev. No better way to celebrate than doing a little bit of coding and wasting some time. Look at that. That'd be cool though. Wasn't even a sought after title. Just one that didn't sell a ton of copies here in North America. Um, was it a Final Fantasy game or one of the old Pokemon games? I feel like I can't believe. Okay, so I had a Final Fantasy VII original game, like with all the CDs and stuff, including the booklet and everything. I don't know where it's at, but I think it's worth a lot. I don't think I have it. It's probably like at my dad's house or something. It's probably got it in a box, buried. Oh, it was for MS Saga. Oh, it was MS Saga: A New Dawn. Oh, I've never heard of that one. Japan only, I'm assuming. I want to fix that pop-up text. No, it was a Gundam RPG? What? Oh, that's cool. It looks like Final Fantasy. I mean, obviously, that was kind of like the style. That is so cool. That's legit. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, that's honestly not a bad price considering it's like $300. What are we listening to? Baby music? We're not. All right. The story's super cheesy. Bad guy has an obviously bad guy name. I love that. You're into cheese. I mean, that does sound pretty great. I love the irony of stuff like that. Bad guy is clearly named bad guy. I mean, not literally bad guy, but a clearly bad guy name. Or like they look like a bad guy. You're like, that's the bad guy. I just think it's funny. Okay, how do we... So we do have a spawn position that we're set here. Okay. So we want to do bar start Y. Let's do this before that because I need to change these pop-ups before they happen. Start X equals position. Start Y is equal to position. I don't know why I didn't do .x there. Even movies. Okay, it was something. Okay, listen, cheesy movies can kind of get to me sometimes. But like after watching Final Destination, it's pretty cheesy, but it was good. Even like the Kill Bills and stuff, pretty cheesy, but still, pretty decent. The older I get, the less I'm like stressed about how cheesy a movie is. Um, start X equals I think I need to subtract the width of this, yeah? Whoops. So, I don't know if anybody knows like Godot and their fun text positioning and anchors. Whenever I try to anchor it in the middle, this shit doesn't work. Like, look how far over to the right it is. It's anchoring from the top left of the text. You can see it's very heavy over to the right side now because the text is longer. But like when I change the pop-up text to center, even like this, I mean, should I just set a minimum width of this text? No, it's not centering it to the game window. So I have a pop-up point. On the clicker, I'm setting it to this text spawn point right in the middle of the cup. And it's spawning the pop-up text on the top left. So like watch, I move this to the middle, but it doesn't account for that size. Like, do you see these things flying over from the left? Like, look how far over that is now. It's coming all the way over here to the left. When it's in the center of this. I don't get it. And like, when I do it on the top left, then it spawns it from the right place. It's that marker right there in the middle there. But it's still like, it's going to the right. And I want to accommodate for the size, for the width of this. However, I have to set this to 0 because watch this. If we print this size. Oh my gosh, I can't spell. If we print the size before and after, watch this. Look how random that is. Let's pause that. Go to the output here. Like, that's not consistent at all. So I think this 39, actually, this 39 is for the top label. But like, look at this, 296 to 242, and I know it's really small, so I'm reading it off. It goes from 296 to 242, 296 to 242. That's got to be the big text. But then it's like 296 to 39, so that's got to be the little plus, ones jumping. Yeah, can you not divide by the width? Right, that's what I'm thinking, right? So we need to take the x position minus the size divided by 2, but like it's not doing anything. Oh, not using it anywhere. Hang on, let me see. Oh, I've almost been here for 3 hours, all right? Plus, actually, I've been working on this since like noon my day. Or 1 o'clock or whatever. So it's yeah, I'm a little running on fumes. That's why we're working on upgrades instead of coding. Hey Mars, welcome back in. How's my favorite above average goob? I don't know. I don't know who that is, man. Like my name is clearly the average goob. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm sorry. Batman does good or Superman does good. I'm doing well. Um, but no, I'm having fun. I'm having fun building this game. I think the irony in it is finally settling in, and I'm gonna have a prototype ready by the 19th, which is it's basically ready. The prototype's here. June 2nd, I think, is the alpha for the game, and I might release it a little bit earlier for everybody to mess around with if you guys want. All right, let's actually use this then. Oh. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I think we need to actually just... We actually need to set this now. Position.x equals this. You having fun with your Godot courses? I'm so glad. Which ones are you doing right now? Just like the intro stuff? 2D action adventure game. Okay. I dig. And I think they give you like assets to use when you're doing those, right? So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, I think we're getting closer. No, this isn't divided by 2 because... Oh wait, yeah, it would be. Since it starts top left, it needs to go over middle. Am I going off the pop-up label text? Yeah. They have a huge asset pack called Ninja Adventure. That's so cool. What do you like? What kind of things do you get to do for the adventure? Like, are you learning like Zelda lot and like abilities and stuff, or like is it grid movement? That's one thing I want to learn is grid movement. I would love to make my own tactics game like Fire Emblem one day. I love that game. The Sacred Stones. What if I make this the same size? So check this out. If I don't resize this, what happens? Just sending everything to the left now. It's spawning everything from what it feels like the bottom, like, right corner now. Okay, that's definitely a different take. Hmm. I feel like basing it on final size, not starting size, since location will be off once at full scale. Oh. Oh, I see. That's a good point. So because of the scale, that size is different. Okay, I see what you're saying. So the reason it's doing that is because it's not actually that size yet. It's still, now you can really see it starting. It starts at like the top left. Now you can really see it. So am I doing this the wrong way? What is happening? Okay, it's probably because of the scale. So I'm just gonna, just for the sake of this, 295 divided by 2, 147. We'll just do 140. It's very basic right now. So I keep overscoping the assignments. Quit overscoping, Mars. Just go through the course. Just do it. It's nice to hear them explain why you do something. That's why I love going through courses, to like learn the why. And it's like they step you through it and they're like, well, this is why we do it. And I feel like that sticks with me so much more. Yeah, just yeah, exactly. Like tutorials on YouTube, and that's the issue I had, was like, do this, do this, do this, boom, it should work. Like, well, it didn't work for me, and I don't know why it didn't work, because I don't know why we're adding this code. This is just, it's not working. It's based on the label size. The label's not the same as the starting. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. Because, and the reason it's not is because it starts off here. So I wonder if I get, if I do like var original size dot size dot x. I need to re-implement this, yeah. What? I mean, I'm just, I guess. I mean, that's, I know it's gonna truncate. Whoops. All right, that's a good point. So we want this in the middle. Is that right? Whoa, no, that's going somewhere way different. I think that's right, yeah. But what was wrong? I'll have to fix the HUD ones in a second. See, they're coming way over there. I feel like they're not going far enough to the right. Okay, that one did. All right, let's test this with a different text. Yo, Bix plays with the win. Thank you. Yeah, no, the HUDs are for sure off. Okay, just a guess here. So now I shouldn't need that. That's the guess. Let me just test it. Um, okay, no, I still need it. No, go back. All right, so I could probably fix this. Where are the pop-ups? They're kind of annoying. Oh wait, that's not them. There it is. Do you use the default font? No. No, I'm using a custom font called Maxima Nueva. Maximum Nueva. However you say that. It's called Goob Sans. I wish. I wish. Before I found RPG Maker, my first language was Python. See, I've never even learned Python. Like, this is as close to Python as I've been. Times Goob Roman. That one's good. Oh, for the editor? Yes, all default. I like this font. I don't even know what it is. Maybe this is? I did change my custom font. I don't know if this changes the game or not. Maybe it's not. This isn't for the editor, this is for the GUI, so I'm assuming that's for the in-game. They are defaulting to this font. But I don't know, maybe that's changing the rest of the fonts too. You just downloaded Jotson's add-on? Yeah, I'm level 47 for this project. I'm a coding monster. Okay, so because of the label's positions, it's like the top left, so I need to change that. Plus, let's do score label dot size dot x divided by 2. Oh, dang it. Man, I don't want to do a vector 2 for these. Ugh. Look at these big numbers. Fine, we'll do floats. Ease. Wait, is it float or is it int? Okay. Knowing some sort of language makes picking up others easier. Yeah, I started with VB. Well, technically HTML was like my first, but VB.net was my first software language back in high school. And then JavaScript was quickly after that. Freaking love JavaScript. jQuery. I know I'm weird for it, but I love it. I think we just need this. I'm gonna try this out. It worked. I think that worked. I guess plus it has this offset. Hey, Quellis, what's going on? Welcome in. How you been? It's been a minute since I've stopped by in a stream. Did you quit streaming on me? Are you pulling a Hypnotic? You live right now? Just a small break. Okay, yeah. I feel like a lot of us game devs took a break at the beginning of the year. I took mine from like mid-January until like 2 weeks ago. I hope you're doing well though. Hope you're taking some time to recover. Hope things are going well for you. Good call on these floats. Oh, what am I still outputting? Ooh. That's not right. Why is it starting all the way over there? Oh, hold on. This is my fault. I didn't undo this. Gosh dang it. Ooh. Ooh. That's not right. Gosh dang it. How did I get stuck on doing this HUD stuff again? Has it been that long? I thought you meant like last 2 weeks. Stream has been reduced to a hobby, but I try to stream every Saturday. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I took a long break. Oh, well, reduced to a hobby. Yeah, that's what I'm at. I mean, it's always been a hobby for me. It'd be cool to make money with games, but that's not really the goal for me. But hopefully you're still doing some stuff you enjoy with it though. Okay. Saturdays. You'll have to keep an eye out for you. Sometimes my Saturdays get pretty busy. Lately, they haven't been too crazy, but I've been trying to get out more. Been biking quite a bit recently. I feel like my stream gets reduced to doing pop-up labels for half the stream all the time. think this is minus. Yeah, Bix, this is off as hell. This isn't even correct. Oh, because I'm having... This needs to go over all the way. It's closer. Oh, that's actually half. It's actually going right there now. Let me see if I can print this out, see what it is. Gave it about 9 months full time to see how much I can grow, but since the beginning of the year, I've been focused on getting a job. Oh, okay. Were you able to get a job like in game development stuff or doing like a different route? Like most of us in game dev are usually web developers. That's what I do. Okay, so it's starting there, but it's going all the way over here. All right. So that's because back in the pop-up text. Oh my gosh. No way. No way has it been that this whole time. No. This is getting set. I'm not setting the distance X for these. No, not the ads. Speak for yourself. I'm professional now. Wait, JD, you're actually doing game dev professionally now? For real? As a quick ad? Oh, you lucked out. Yeah, the turbo ad people don't have to worry about ads. I used to have turbo. My current job is paying me extra to make games? Dude, that's awesome. Well, congrats on that. Yeah, I heard you talking about like the whole shenanigans with the YouTube stuff. I didn't realize that you got something newer. That's pretty cool. That's fun, man. Are you doing like, are you making games like to make games, or are you making like marketing apps or something? That's cool. Either way, making games like I wanted to do like game development for clients on their websites. I think that would be really fun. Oh, that was okay. That was over a year ago. Okay, that was that. Oh, okay. You've been at your current job 7 months. Okay. Yeah, I remember you getting that one. I didn't realize you were doing game dev for that. That's legit. I knew you were doing like a presentation in Godot, which is pretty cool. Just made a Minesweeper clone for a conference booth. So, oh man, that's awesome. But okay, so Qualis, you said you're a full stack engineer, but you have more experience with embedded. What's embedded? Godot's being used to make the new Action Game Maker. I think I saw that. It looked familiar. I saw the Action Game Maker and I'm like, that looks familiar. Okay, this shouldn't change. That's interesting. Put it together with Godot for the game, Drupal for the backend. Yeah, I think that's so cool that you can use Drupal and connect it with Godot. I'm curious if like I could do like a WordPress connection and pull in data to Godot. Pull player data. I mean, that's just using a SQL database, right? An engine writing an engine seems pretty meta. Isn't Sprite built? What is Sprite built with? I think it's Godot. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I thought Sprite was made in Godot. What am I thinking of? Hmm. Pixelrama? Is that what it is? Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, a whole freaking pixel art engine built with Godot. It makes sense, right? Godot blows my mind every time I see what people make with it. I love it. It's pretty great. Imagine building a Godot game with Godot made apps. That's meta. Make a Godot game that builds games using Godot built apps. Boom. Most of your experience working on software and firmware for wireless communications in Python and C++. Quellis, you sound so professional. Like that is big boy programming. That is awesome. Someone made a tool in Godot that installs Godot and manages your products. I love it. See, you can't do that with closed source apps. Like you have to have open source to do stuff like that. Oh, to manage your projects. That's funny. All right. Dang it. I don't need these. I was changing the value text for those. All right, let's see if this gets us closer. I just need the ending position to be down the middle. I don't think I need this stuff anymore if I'm doing it at this level. Okay, maybe I do. No. All right. Oh my god, these need to be floats. Made the backend with some Node.js middleware for security. Oh, that's cool. So it even has security in it. And I'm just like, you're running these with networking, which is cool. All right, so we definitely need divided by 2. Does this need to be just position? I feel like it doesn't make any sense. No, it's definitely global position. Ooh, Opera might have a memory leak. That's annoying. Cadeau manager. Okay. Like, I don't. You see, like it captures like these small numbers just fine, but it does need to be left aligned, I think. Oh. Yeah, it can't really, it needs to be left aligned. All right. And then the player clicker, this is where I need to change it. It's a spawn point. And I should probably just change the spawn point to be like here. I don't know. And then I just make the random range, right? And just always assume that the text is going to come from the left point. Uh, I could just make it spawn on the left side of the player button right here. It's all width of that. Put it in the center. So I kind of want this to be dynamic for the computer screen when I change it. Uh, so negative X offset. Still overscoping the assignments. I can't help it. Are you posting it in Discord? Oh, okay, no. Oh, Bear Like Lions contributing, securing Godot by obfuscating the AES encryption key. Hell yeah. Dude, Bear Like Lion he's getting in there. He's contributing to Godot. Let's be more like Bear Like Lion. Let's contribute to Godot. All right. I feel like it's not going left enough. Remember way back when I had memory leak in Firefox, I was maxing out 16 gigs of RAM with one tab. Man, I haven't used Firefox in a long time. I don't know. I give up and it works. Why does it work when I give up? I'm not even gonna change it anymore. It's done. It's done where it's at. And it kind of worked. Wasting company time. This is looking good. Thank you. Yeah, I think this is it. Like, this is the answer, yeah? It's spawning left side. I think that's... I was so focused on making it spawn from the middle because of the cup and stuff. But this is... I can adjust this. I can adjust this even per level if I want. The important thing is, like, having these texts come off of there correctly. Got a frog. Oh, it's so cute. Whoa, we had enough money to fully afford Kevin. Oh, we're vibe clicking now. Godot will be the blender of game engines, slowly building up until it's the new standard. I hope so. I think being open source is so good because it allows people to contribute and to be able to add on to it. All right, let me see this. Oh my gosh, Mars, I can hear my voice in your video. It scared me. That's so good, dude. Wow, Mars, that looks amazing, dude. Like, it's already halfway a game. Like, you've got it. Requires AI task automation, AI transparency reports, 100 RP. I like the can't afford sound effect. Thank you, forgetful programmer. I made that with my mouth. This sound? It's my keyboard. This click sound? That's my mouse. These sounds right here? That's my mouth. That click sound? That's my mouth. Uh, Mars said you posted here's the recommended code and here's the overscope. I mean, yeah, I see. I see. I mean, it's not terrible. Are you doing the move and slide though? Because the move and slide automatically does the movement code for you. Maybe that's just not clipped in there. Yeah, that's dang it, Mars. Yeah, I was gonna say it's in there. All right. So we hand coded some of this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and do a commit. Um, Dated pop-ups. What else did I do? I don't know. Good enough commit. I'm not working on a team. If it's cheap sound effects, but it sounds professional, then nobody cares how cheap it was. Free. It was free. Made it with my mouth. Actually, you know what? I guess the microphone is probably the cost of these sound effects because Audacity's free. My mouth, I'm not gonna say that. Right, it took time. It took hobby time though. How much are you paying yourself? I'm not paying myself anything for this. I'm doing this instead of playing video games. It's free 50. But if you manage to make money from it, how much would you pay yourself? I would have if I was just doing this, I don't know. If I was doing game dev full time, I'd probably want to make like 100K a year. But it's unreasonable. We got a lot of compliments on our sounds for a recent jam. Most of them were just me crinkling sticky notes in front of my mic. Sometimes that's the best sound effect. If you can edit that sound down, it's usually pretty good. Like all these sounds are some version of me. Like this. If I told you that's me, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's you because it's out of context. But like in context, you don't even know. That's my mouse. Oh, this one's not me. These are me. That sound, this tab hover, that's just me going. you know? The pops are me, the cup is me flicking my cup. This error sound, that's me going, "Eh." Legitimate, that's me just going, "Eh." The next section is elif and else. Guess I jumped the gun. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying, Mars. Don't if you overscope the tutorials and jump ahead, you're gonna end up doing double the work. A lot of the times they go in through that. That's what I learned when I was doing my courses for Godot. I wanted to jump ahead because I knew code, right? And I like tinkering while I'm in courses. But yeah, as long as you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Sounds like a frog. It's a cute little frog. Yeah, I like elif. I use a lot of if statements. The original AI. Cloud computing. What should we call this? What should be the upgrade for cloud computing? I mean, does Google Cloud Google Cloud hosting, is that too close? %50 increase. Sounds about right. Uh, upgrade to a local service cloud hosting. Yeah, that way we get some rep. Elifs in Python. Yeah, I think if I can find a use for Python, I'll probably learn it. I guess if I was doing AI stuff, I'd probably want to use Python. I don't do much AI. I've connected like one app to use GPT. It was like a book recommendation app I was messing with, but that's it. I use AI as like my Google sorry, like my Google searching. They don't like it when you call it Googling something. Passive income. No, you don't get passive income for this. This increases your processing power. More power. Um, I don't know, 50, 20 per level, 50 per level. We're not really utilized. Oh, I guess we use it for AI. So let's do 50 because prompt engineering. No. Oh, one of these gives you negative. This one. -5 power. Yeah, let's do power for this one too. Ooh, not a string, an integer. guess I didn't add this. Of course, of course. Just auto suggested 30. Sure, why not? 30 is not bad. If you're doing AI, don't you just want to do all that in a or int for compute? I don't know what that means. Don't you need like a coding language to use AI though? Like to make calls to it and integrate it to your apps? It's what you generally use for AI to compute on a GPU. It's okay. Uh yeah, I don't know what that is though. I'm talking about like a human human language. Like I've seen Python being written for it. Oh man, this is way over my head. Here. Anybody that's passing by, we're gonna look smart for a second. Yes. Yes. Yup. Okay. 2 to the power of -8, nearly 22% of the weights are below precision. I know some of these words. Oh, interesting. This is C though, right? Like this is still a coding language. It's just a type of math. Googling Intate just gave you docs about 8-bit integers. Yeah, that's what I Googled. Man, smarter than me. But the way I see it is surround yourself by people who are smarter than you. And that way you're always learning. I think growth is good. Yeah, no, I didn't do computer science or anything. I went to college for game design and they like I learned like world history, I learned theoretical physics for like teleportation, laser beams, but in like a video game sense. I learned about different cultures, took was it anthropology? And then everything in high school, I've completely forgotten. It's it's been so long. Now I just click buttons on a computer and hope things work. All right, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's put AI 2.0. AI version 2 is coming out. Uh, it's the Jurassic Park. It is. Okay. Grade 2, the latest advanced AI system can process images, videos, and code. 10x. You can be a 10x developer now. This is gonna cost a lot of money. I don't know. 50,000. Well, I don't know what it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be way more than this. Click value, just double. Passive income, double. Minus rep, 50. Auto click, 5. I hate how AI is just a buzzword now. Makes calling what non-player entities do in a game AI feels wrong. I know, right? It's like, what do you call that? I'm like, oh, I need to write AI for my enemies, and it's like, well, I'm not writing AI for them. It's not what it is anymore. What would like? I guess I'm writing decision trees for my NPCs. I'm writing if-else statements. I think a decision tree is probably more accurate because it's not really artificial intelligence. It never has been. I'm writing pathfinding functions for my NPCs. Yeah, behavior trees. Yeah, that's it. Not decision. Behavior trees. Requires career 2. You must have uh AI. Yeah, we've got to have that, and we've got to have cloud computing, obviously. And definitely task automation. You've got to have all these unlocked. You have to. Yeah. You got to have everything unlocked to be able to unlock this. So you can't get away. You can't progress AI 2.0 without having all this stuff. And then you need to have a passive power. Yeah. Passive power of 100. And when it's fully upgraded, you get 1 vibe point. Vibe points are the premium currency in the AI tech trees. Did you watch any of Primer's videos? Primer? No. No, I didn't. I didn't even follow him. I don't even know what videos he makes. I just saw the stuff on the stream. I mean, I have to watch those. I'll subscribe. I've got to watch his videos. The topics are interesting. Just think about the only exception would be if one of those new cutting edge text adventures that run real neural networks. Right, like, there are some, like, the Skyrim mods and stuff that actually use AI responses and stuff, that's AI. Synthetic intelligence, right? Not really actual artificial, but yeah. They're good and you love his little animations. I haven't even pulled up in one of his videos. Mars, I'm gonna be real, I forgot about it. 'Cause I was working this morning when I saw that, I didn't click through. I should've. Alright, let's see if we can get to AI 2.0. Look at it, it's all the way down there. Definitely gonna need to fix the spawn point. Maybe I should just make the spawn point the top left of the mouse instead of the middle. No, 'cause oh, yeah, I wouldn't really run into the issue up here. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. Like, if I'm like this. Alright, let's do it. Upgrade. I did it! It upgrades all the way to the bottom. Google Cloud hosting. That's so funny. Set the origin point to the bottom left corner and always have it spawn on the bottom of the screen. I thought about that. Yeah, I did think about doing that. I like having them, like, here, but in Archimist, I set everything to the bottom, and I think that worked just fine. But it's like, I want it to be near where you're hovering. Yo, Captain Anosa, welcome in. Goes goob mode. Wasting company time. Alright. We can afford Kevin. With everything fully upgraded, I'm still only at 328 click value. My auto click is 175. I get 16 rep every 5 clicks. My passive income is amazing. I gained a total of 2,800 rep from all these. Yeah, there's gonna be some balancing need, but this is good. Consistency is key if you can't get it to spawn correctly. Well, my idea is if I if it's down here, I would just make it so it doesn't spawn below the screen. I still haven't learned how to do that yet. So it would I like tasks like that, but at the same time, yeah, if I can't solve it, it's just gonna go down here at the bottom, like a World of Warcraft tooltip. Auto click. Yeah, I just have to get better at calculating these heights because everything's dynamic because they change text and everything. So I just have to calculate the height and maybe move it after it spawns just to make sure that the height isn't below. I don't really know how to do that. Maybe I can make like a collision box and just make it physical. I could just make the tooltips drop from the sky and just land on the screen. and they'd be like physical objects just like on those overlays, and you can like toss the tooltip out. Just kidding. That's overscope. Oh man. All right. All right. I found my raid target. We're getting him. All right. I think that's going to be it for me tonight. I think an almost 4-hour stream was good enough for a little Friday night. I will be back on Sunday and we will be continuing work on this. I'm going to try to um do a little bit of like art in between now and then to get some stuff going. And then maybe Sunday we integrate and start working on the final phase of upgrades so that we can get all this stuff in here and then start balancing it. How should we be able to check tooltip top and bottom be outside of the screen? Don't spawn it. I'll have to look into it, yeah. I mean, these are custom tooltips. I'm not using Godot's tooltips. I'm actually spawning in an object, so we should totally be able to control that. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I appreciate you. Let's go raid Hypnotic Games. They're doing some Godot stuff. They're pretty good company. We participated in some game jam stuff together, but yeah, like I said, I'll be back on Sunday. I'm definitely not streaming for 14 hours. That's not gonna happen. But thank you all for hanging. Yeah, I think we made a lot of good progress. So we'll start again on Sunday. 7 p.m. Eastern. I assumed you were using custom stuff. Heck yeah. Hey, thank you for the follow, Bada Bada Boomer. Love the name. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one, everybody. Have a good rest of your evening, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.